what's poppin', guys? VULKan here, and today I have a pretty interesting deck. So recently, Dark Prince got buffed, and because of that, there's been this new deck going around that has the Dark Prince, the Prince, and the Goblin Barrel. It's kind of the new bait deck, and so far, it's really been working out well for me. As you can see, I've had a pretty rough time in Grand Challenges lately. I got like 5 fails in a row, and I finally got a 12 win, and it was with this deck. So yeah, it's a pretty ballsy move probably for me to even bother recording this because I'm 10-2 in a Grand Challenge. But I think I'm going to show 2 replays against 2 decks that you'd probably think are counters, and they kind of are counters, but you can outplay pretty much anybody. And I'm also going to do 2 live battles, so let's hop into this thing. Hopefully I can get this 12 win. If I don't, then I'll have to scrap this video, and you guys won't see it anyway, but hopefully I do. I lost one of my battles in this because I don't even know what happened. Like, I just stopped paying attention to the game, and I played like 3 cards in a row. They were just like terrible decisions, and I pretty much lost the game from that. Then the other loss I had was to Expo, which pretty much it counters this deck, but it only if you're like a really good Expo player. If I first like kind of a weaker Expo player, then I can usually either tie the matchup or win the matchup. So we are going up against Large, and to start the game, I always like to go with Goblin Barrel. I like to throw it in front of the tower. It's hard to decide whether you should throw it in front or behind, and I don't know what just happened. I played my Prince and it didn't go down. A little bit of lag there. That was kind of weird. I'll just play my Ice Spirit just to make sure that doesn't get hit on my tower, because I feel like it might have got a hit. And unfortunately, we're at a deficit already, which is really bad because we shouldn't be losing right now. Okay, we'll just defend that. I'm going to ignore the Mega Minion because I didn't have Ice Spirit or Princess in hand, which is really the only thing I want to bother defending the Mega Minion with. I do think I'll activate the King Tower right here. I could defend it. I don't know. It's going to sacrifice a little bit of damage on my tower, which is not good. And yeah, my tower is really low right now. I maybe should have defended that, but well, we'll see. Hopefully we can get this win. I should not have like any damage on my tower right now, but unfortunately I had a really bad start. I will log just for the damage, and I'm going to start Princess in the back. I'm going to try to make sure his miner gets no hits, so I'll try to always either get it with the Goblin Gang, Ice Spirit, or whatever I can use really. I think he might have guards in cycle, so I'll use my Dark Prince instead of my Prince. That way his guards can't get a ton of value defending this, and I'll probably use his guards to defend the Goblin Barrel, which is fine. Oh, very nice. It looks like I did even predict his miner, so it looks like we actually might get this win, which is kind of surprising. I thought after that little leg out we had at the start, we win it. I am going to go aggressive here because I'm going to try to take the tower. You can damage the P.E.K.K.A. a lot. And yeah, we did get a lot of damage from the P.E.K.K.A., which is really good. Hopefully that Electro Wizard walks in front. Yes, it does. I'm willing to sacrifice damage on this tower because it's really not the tower that he's attacking. Now it's lower, but this is going to be a 1-0 game, hopefully. As long as... Ooh, very nice. I'll put my Prince back here. Maybe if he throws in a miner, the Prince will like instantly kill it. I will make sure to defend that. Throw it a log, just make sure he gets no damage to my tower. I think I can Princess here, Goblin Barrel, and finish off the game pretty easily. So there, he didn't have a big spell. The only reason it was so close is just because I didn't mess up. I just lagged for a minute at the start of the game. A little bit weird, but we got the W. Not that big of a deal. And anytime, if he were to like play P.E.K.K.A. in the back, I would have just gone opposite lane and taken out his tower pretty easily. So that was a pretty easy win. Okay, let's hop into the next one. hopefully I can get another win. This pretty much, honestly, I don't think I've versed Golem yet. A lot of people 2 days ago were using Golem double prints, but I've not been seeing that today, which is kind of surprising, to be honest, because literally everybody I faced was using it. But I think this deck would even do well versus that deck. I think I'll wait a second or two. I might. Okay. I was thinking whatever he played, I was just gonna go opposite lane with an Ice Spirit Goblin Barrel, but he did not play anything. Oh, interesting. I'll play the Prince in front. Hopefully it kills that Lumberjack before. No, I'm gonna play an Ice Spirit there because I think the Lumberjack was going to kill the Princess. Interesting. I'm gonna throw my Goblin Gang in the back here, and since he just split 3 Musketeers, he didn't really get much value out of the 3 Musketeers, so I'm gonna go aggressive here. Gonna try to take the tower, and since I had my Dark Prince tanking, he couldn't defend with like with a Goblin Gang, which is probably one of the things he has in his deck. So that was a pretty good push that was not very risky at all because he just plays 3 Musketeers, couldn't get value from that. Couldn't play his Goblin Gang because I had Dark Prince going down the lane. So it was a pretty good situation. He might pump up kind of soon here. I'll just play my Prince in the back. He just plays Goblin Gang, so I'm not really worried about him defending this with anything. I think, yep. I'm just going to go aggressive, and he probably won't be able to defend this. I'm gonna keep up the pressure and try to take out that pump, and I might even be able to 3-crown him here. Nice. So we get down that pump, and he's probably gonna split 3 Musketeers kind of soon here. I'm not gonna try to tornado them because sometimes when you tornado 3 Musketeers, normally I would, but when you try to tornado 3 Musketeers with the tower down, it sometimes glitches and like the Musketeer doesn't really get tornadoed. So I'm not going to do that. I did mean to play the Prince in the left lane. That was a bit of a misclick, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Interesting. I think I can defend this pretty easily. I just need that Musketeer to die. Okay, there we go. Musketeer is dead. I was playing Prince right here. And let's see. I'll just sacrifice a little bit of damage on my tower. It's not even going to be that much damage on the tower. And it looks like we got a pretty easy win. And then as soon as this win is over, I will go to the replays, which reverses 2 really, I would say, kind of hard matchups. So it's important that you know how to play against them, because if you don't know how to play against them, you'll lose every single time. So we got the 3-crown, we got the 12 win. That's 2 12 wins in a row with this deck. First 2 times I used the deck, I got a 2 12 wins, so looking good. See if we get anything out of this chest. Nice. And, ooh, we do get a legendary. Sweet. Hopefully it's minor or something. Ooh, Lumberjack. Not bad. The only problem is my Lumberjack is nowhere near max, so I can't use it anytime soon. And let's see, we'll go over 2 replays. One versus, let's see, I lost 1 expo and I lost to this guy. This guy could have won. I played that bad. He played it well, but I like made like 20 mistakes. Like, it was a really bad game. Oh, here we go. So there, we played expo versus this guy. Yeah, we beat this guy, and he was using Expo, which is not an easy thing to do. Normally, Expo beats this deck pretty easily. What you have to do to beat this deck with Expo is like play defensive Expos, play defensive Tesla, and kind of wait till double elixir to attack. But I did pull out kind of a trick that managed to win me a game, which I'm not gonna tell you what the trick was until we get to that part of the game. So currently my strategy is just play it slow. If he expos early, then I can Prince and Goblin Gang right on top of it and hopefully kill it. And the idea is just kind of that I want to keep making him waste his log, because I never want him to have log and cycle for offense, because I always want to be able to use my log, or not my log, I always want to be able to use my Goblin Gang to kill his Expo, and if he doesn't have log, then the Goblin Gang get a lot of value killing the Expo. So I try to keep the pressure up. I throw Goblin Barrel whenever possible, just so that he uses that log. And another thing that I try to do is I try to play Princess in the back, because if this is like the rocket version of log bait, I'd play it at the river. But since it's not, I'm playing my princess in the back, so that whenever he plays the expo, the princess can kind of snipe the expo. So like, say he plays expo, I'll play my princess in range of the expo, and then I'll play like my dark prince or my prince to tank for the expo, so that the princess can kill it. And that's pretty much the only thing I have to kill the expo, but it actually works really well, because if he has to use the log on the princess, then my Goblin Gang and Goblin Barrel can attack the expo. But if he has to use, if he uses the log on the Goblin Gang, then I can use my princess or my Goblin Barrel to kill it. So, and then if he uses Fireball on my princess, then I can, well, then he's just down Elixir. Like, it's not a good trade. So here, I decided to go opposite lane of the expo. That way, if he played his Tesla on to defend the expo, which is really the only thing that can defend it well, then the Tesla, well, then he wouldn't be able to defend the right side. So that's what I did. I went all in on the right side. He tried to defend his expo, but he didn't, and I made sure to save my Goblin Gang for the expo, because one-on-one, the Goblin Gang kills the expo. So yeah, and then at this point in the game, I'm basically just trying to defend. I'm not worried about offense. I know I can just get one princess shot to finish up the tower, and it should be good game. So it looks like I did get that game, which is very good for me, because normally you'd lose this matchup versus, like, if it was versus a really good player. But I mean, this guy did not play bad by any means. I kind of got him, or I kind of tricked him. As soon as he played his expo, I went opposite lane, and it made it so that he couldn't defend his expo and couldn't defend his right tower at the same time. So I got the win. And then there's one more match I wanted to show you, which was versus Lava Hound. So versus Lava Hound, you'd think, what does he have in this deck to defend Lava Hound? And not that much. But I'm going to show you guys a trick with Tornado that can take the balloon to the King Tower for no damage, and you'll see this pretty soon. So starting off this match, I do go aggressive with Ice Spirit Goblin Barrel, because the second he plays something in the opposite lane, I know I can just Princess in the back to kill that Megavanian and pretty much whatever's behind it. So he does go aggressive with Balloon here. I probably could have even activated my King Tower here, but I was trying to play, well, I kind of tried to. I knew that tile wouldn't work to activate the King Tower, so it was kind of a bad Tornado. I should have played my Tornado one tile lower, and I could have activated it. Here I just decided to go aggressive, because I don't want him to be able to, like, Lava Hounds in the back. And he doesn't have log or anything, so I can just kind of do mini pushes that are hard for him to defend, but I'm not going to overcommit. I'm only going to play like 2 troops at a time, and then just because he doesn't really have anything good to defend. Here he goes a Lava Hound in the back, which is a big mistake. He doesn't have log. He doesn't really have anything in cycle to defend this. So I go opposite lane with Prince and Goblin Barrel, and I know that I can defend his, I don't have anything to defend his Lava Hound, so I'm trying to make it so that he can support it with as little or as few troops as possible. And here's where you're going to see a trick. So I play the Princess in the back. That way he can't, if I played in that position, he cannot Fireball. And here, I Tornado this Loon to the King Tower, and I also play an Ice Spirit just to make sure it doesn't get too much damage. I'm not sure if the Ice Spirit makes a difference, but I just played it just to be safe. And I defended that, didn't lose my tower. I definitely would have lost my tower if I hadn't pulled to the King Tower. So that's putting me in a really good situation. Have a ton of damage on his tower, and from here, I can pretty much, well, I can't really defend. I still have to keep pressuring. So I do play my Dark Prince just to pull his troops to the other lane, and I'm just kind of trying to stack princesses. Another really good thing you can do versus stack is just stack as many princesses as possible, and then as soon as he goes for that Lava Hound, I'm pressuring the opposite lane. I know I'm going to lose this tower. I know I can't defend it, so I keep up the pressure, and I'm not sure which lane I attack here. Yep, I keep my princess alive, and that was pretty good. I'm just pressuring. I'm keeping in mind I'm going to lose this left tower, so I'm either, what I'm trying to do is make him waste troops on the left side, and then here I see there's no reason, or my princess can defend the left side pretty easily, so I go all in. and you can't really defend it. So yeah, I do manage to get the victory, which is really, it's not really that hard to do necessarily, but you have to play the matchup right, otherwise you will lose. And another tip is whenever they have Goblin Gang out of cycle, whenever they have Goblin Gang in cycle, don't play your Prince on offense. Play your Dark Prince. And then as soon as they play the Goblin Gang, then you play your Prince, and they have nothing to defend it. So we did get the victory. We got 2 12 wins in a row. First 2 times I used this deck, so I'm pretty sure I could probably get even more 12 wins in a row. So this deck is looking really solid, and that's going to be the video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and VULKan out.